Hey guys, Magnus Robert here, bringing you another Walking Dead character video. Today we are looking at some more Reapers, and of course those Reapers are Washington and Boone. Washington is of course male. He is played by Ethan McDowell. He is late 30s to early 40s and first appeared in Acheron Part 2. Boone is of course male. He is played by Zach Zedalis. He is late 30s to early 40s and first appeared in Acheron Part 2. Before the outbreak, both men served in Afghanistan with the rest of the Reapers. After serving their country, they returned to the States and were unable to find work and deal with trauma. Eventually, they decided to join Pope's mercenary group, touring the world and doing others' dirty work. When the outbreak began, both men remained side by side their fellow mercenaries and were in a small town surviving when the government began to bomb the town. They avoided the bombs and eventually found a church at the edge of town. The day after the fires cleared, they noticed the church was fine and none of them were hurt. From this day on, Pope declared them all to be chosen by God. They would help to take out groups that Pope had marked. One of these was of course Meridian. After killing most of the residents of the community, they moved into Meridian and called it home. In Season 11, Boone and Washington are both present when they attack Maggie and her group on the road. Either one may have been the one to have killed Roy. After Maggie and co flee into the woods, Boone and Washington follow and attack them further. Later, they watch as Daryl is dragged into the community after they return to Meridian. Later, when Turner's body is brought back by Bossy, Washington allows Leah and Carver into the room as they all mourn the loss and listen to Pope claim that Maggie will feel God's wrath. Later, Washington is seen in Pope's room guarding as Leah enters and argues about accepting Daryl into the group. Washington and Boone are both present when Daryl and Leah emerge from a burning trailer and cheer with Pope, welcoming Daryl to the group. Washington is also present as Pope talks to Daryl about God and his group, as again he's just kind of standing on guard. At night, Washington and Boone both eat by the fire. They both listen as Pope talks about Bossy's bravery, and then listen as he questions Bossy about his story, and then watch in shock as Pope burns Bossy in the fire. Oh no. Washington is present on the raid on the yellow house where Maggie is meant to be. He breaches from the south of the house but finds nothing. He is then sent off by Leah to search the rest of the street. Later, Washington returns to Pope empty-handed with the others, but Pope doesn't mind too much as he's tortured Frost and got some information that we never really found out about. Washington returns from a scouting mission along with Anchetta. He's questioned by Pope about where he searched, and Pope gets very angry that they found nothing. Leah defends them and says that she'll do a search instead. Later, Washington is seen on guard duty, and both Boone and Washington are present as they watch the zombies mulling around strangely outside the walls. They listen to Daryl and Pope talk about it before Wells is sent to divert them. Boone is seen again later at night when the herd returns. He watches the walkers be blown up by mines and also listens to Pope ramble on some more. Boone is sent to guard the gate and soon narrowly avoids a truck being ploughed into him by Maggie. The truck breaks down the gates and Boone is seen battling the dead in the courtyard. After Diva is shot and killed, Boone is shot at by Gabriel and flees. And after Leah radios to declare Pope was murdered by Daryl, Boone and Carver storm to the roof to see the body of their leader. Boone then returns to the courtyard. He's teleporting all around the place, and he's seen later again fighting the dead as Fisher fights Maggie, but he's soon called to fall back by Leah. Leah and Washington kill a zombie in the walls in the morning, and they enter the classroom to discover that Austin has been killed. Leah declares no more, and they continue searching the place. Later, Boone and Washington are reunited with Leah and also Jensen, but they soon get a hostage proposal by Daryl and co., although Jensen is stationed on the roof to Daryl's non-knowledge. When Daryl comes to the meet point, he's ordered to come out with Carver, and Leah and Washington and Boone also emerge to reveal themselves. Leah and Daryl talk until Jensen reveals himself and Leah orders the rest of the group to come out. They get Carver back and Leah makes some threats. Carver is then about to stomp on Elijah when Carver is shot by Jensen. I mean Gabriel. He told me to call him Gabriel. Daryl tells Leah and the others to put down their weapons and leave. Leah is a little reluctant, but she, Daryl says, you get to keep your family, and I get to keep mine. So Leah agrees, and Washington and Boone put down their weapons, and they begin to leave. However, without Carver. But after a change of heart, Maggie struts after Leah, Washington and Boone. She shoots Washington in the back and then does this to Boone. Shot in the head by Maggie. Washington lays injured on the ground as he watches Leah get shot. Maggie turns around and does this to Washington. Shot in the head by Maggie. Both their bodies are likely left to rot unless Leah comes back to bury them. Washington and Boone were just more named faces of the Reapers. Their deaths, though, represent so much for Maggie. How brutal and unforgiving she is, and how her promises mean jack shit. This is also the reason why Negan decides to split, because clearly his promise that he got from her doesn't mean shit either. Washington and Boone were brutes who followed orders blindly, though, so maybe it was the best they were shot in cold blood. Thanks for watching. Tell me your thoughts on Washington and Boone, and I'll see you in the next one for the last Reaper video. Goodbye.